everybody. Hello. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. We are doing a video today using Pink Fresh's Oh What Fun Christmas line, and it's pretty awesome. I'm going to be doing a couple different layouts. The first one I'm going to show you is just going to be a little bit more technique than actually using the product, and then the second one we will actually use the product. Anyways, what I'm going to do, because this is, I will show you, kind of a outdoorsy kind of Christmas type products. So the paper line is beautiful. What I'd like to do is first, I'm going to use a stencil. I'm going to do a bunch of different colors that are within this product line, and I'm going to have it look like it's snow falling. So I've pulled out my Studio Katja blending brushes, my Tim Holtz blending brush, and a few colors that I thought worked really well with this product line. So first of all, the distressed ink I pulled was the Distress Oxides in Evergreen Bough, Wild Honey, Iced Spruce, Festive Berries, and Speckled Egg. So I am going to be working with those just to do this part of the process. So I think I'm going to start with probably a dark color first. And when I say dark, these aren't exactly dark colors, but I think I'm going to start with the Evergreen Bough first. I never know if people call it bow or bow. I say bow, but it could be bow. It's spelled B-O-U-G-H, so I'm not really sure. Anyways, so I'm going to hold this down. You could use pixie spray, you could use washi tape, whatever you want to do. But the thing is with this, I'm going to be moving it a fair bit because I'm going to keep using the same stencil. And I'm not cleaning it as well between the colors because even though these colors are all different, I want to kind of do a little bit of an ombre effect. So and if it bleeds a little bit, that's okay. Because really we're going to have our images and our pictures and ephemera and stuff through the middle. So some of the middle part you're not even going to see. So that is what we have for that color. And then I'm going to mix it up a little bit. So I am going to use, for the next color, I'm going to use Iced Spruce. And I'm going to use the same tool because I just am. So it's the same type of color line. You're not going to match this right up, so I'm going to try and get it in there a little bit. And this one again is Iced Spruce. It's a gorgeous color. I love this color. So get right in there. This to me is a true like woodsy color. When I think of like forests and greenery, I think this color. I love this color. And this, to me also, this is a very like rustic, Christmassy color as well. Okay, so that's that one. And then next, I think I'm going to start going into the other colors, and we'll maybe finish with Speckled Egg, if there's room. So the next color I'm going to do is going to be our Wild Honey, and I am going to use that with our Tim Holtz brush. Nice and inky. Okay, so put our stencil back on here. Kind of line it up somewhat. There's not a ton of yellow in this product line, but there is yellow. But it really just adds a lot of pop to the whole line. So it's kind of nice actually. Very cool. Yeah, we might not have room for our speckled egg. So, because I really wanted to put a pink shade in there, a pinky red. Okay, so that's probably good for our wild honey. Oh, I like the look of that. That looks cool. Okay, so we maybe used our speckled egg and something else. Okay, so our next one is going to be the festive berries. And now we pop this same thing, same process we've been doing, like so, and hold it down. You might have to be careful holding this one down because we are at the end of our paper. Yeah, it's coming out neat. It'll look cool. Lots of different ephemera. There's a lot of stuff with this product line, and it's a beautiful product line. Okay, there we go. So, move our inks. And look how cool that looks. Love it. So, next we're going to move on and add some of our elements to this. So now I've went ahead and I just added my ephemera and my stickers to the layout. I haven't put a picture actually down yet because I made this layout for something I'm actually going to be doing in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, so it's for something down the road. But anyways, yeah, it turned out really, really well. I foam squared these things. I actually just tacked that down with my adhesive as well as the actual mat. And then this is raised. It's like a puffy sticker that came with the set. And I really like this. I just wanted something very simple and just pretty and colorful. And really with this, I think that's all you really needed. So once we put our picture down, and I may or may not do it in black and white or color, not sure yet, but I just like the simplicity of it. And having said that, because we only used some ephemera, I haven't even cut into my papers yet. So there's tons and tons of product left to make other items and different projects. So we're going to get right on to the next phase of different things that we're going to make. So with this layout, this literally only took me a few minutes. And with this one, I made this very fast, and most of it came with the puffy stickers with this. So what I did with this is the very first thing I did was I sprayed some Dylusions Vibrant Turquoise ink spray down on our mat or on our page. And secondly, what I did was I drew a circle. I did mine freehand, but what you could do if you don't have a large enough circle for this is you could trace a plate or something larger, or if you have a cutting machine, you could cut out a circle and then trace that. So there's many options of making a circle. Secondly then, once I got that all down, I went through all my pieces. I had a couple pieces of ephemera that I'm using on here, but most of it is the puffy stickers. So I did that. I put all of those around the outside edge. This is a piece of ephemera and so is this, and I foam squared them so they're raised. Then I grabbed my mat, and again, because I am doing something for down the road, I haven't got the picture yet. I grabbed out our two tools we used in our last project, and I inked around the outside edge with the ink that I still had on our brushes. And then this is a puffy sticker that was part of our pack. So I popped that on there, and then this is a 5x7 mount. So once we put our picture down, my picture will be a 4x6. It will fit nicely. If you wanted to use a larger picture, just leave the back edges on your sticker on the back so you can stick it once your picture is down, or you could just leave that off completely and put that on at a later date. So having said that and using these puffy stickers, I still have a few left. So we're doing really, really good for our items that we had purchased. And we are still going to make another layout. We have probably enough product to make a few layouts, but I'm going to do one more layout and it's going to be a one-pager using our paper. So now I've got out my papers and my ephemera, and the first thing I decided I'm going to do, I am going to use this as my very bottom page. So we're not going to see much of that, but it will stand out a little bit. So I am going to cut my white sheet of cardstock. It's 12 by 12. And as far as measurements go, I am not doing measurements because I don't usually do measurements. So if you ask me what the measurements are, I don't know. I just eyeball it. It's not unless I do actual classes. I usually tend to pay attention to the measurements, but in this case, I'm just not. And I think that's probably good. So I'm going to tack that down with my tape runner. And you can use any tape runner you choose. Okay, so we're going to put that like so. Make sure you eyeball it right, because now you're putting it back down. Good enough. All right, so like that side. Okay, so my next step I'm going to take, and I'll tell you too, that red sheet of paper, if you're looking for this line, is called Peace and Love. The weight is just regular weight cardstock. So my next page I'm going to do, I'm going to cut some pieces, and these are the sheets I still have left. So there's those ones, which is Peace and Love. This one is called, and that's the other side, Snow Globes. I have two sheets of that actually. And this one's called Home for the Holidays. So what I had planned to do is I was going to fussy cut this a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit of this and fussy cut the other side. And then this I'm going to use as a little bit more of a base. So I'm going to cut this one, the Peace and Love, first. So, having said that, and again, I do not have pictures for this layout yet. I know what I'm going to use it for, I just haven't done it yet. So with this one, I'm actually going to trim it a little bit more. So I'm kind of loud with my trimmer. And having done that now, I am going to corner around the edges. And with this, you could ink it if you want. That's an option as well. And I may just do that just so it stands out, because it's a little bit of a white background with white. So we are going to ink our edges, and I'm just going to grab some ink. For this one, I think I'm going to use a regular distress ink, and I will probably use tumbled glass. So I've got our tumbled glass, and I'm just going to grab it and ink like this. I don't want anything major, just a little bit of definition. Alright, so we've done that. Put our top on our ink. So it has like a little bit of break, so it's kind of nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually put that down like so. Like that. I am going to do a back mat, I believe. I think that's probably what I'll do. A back mat like this. So I'm going to cut that out. Normally, I would say I would measure this, but I think I'm probably good. So, yeah, I've been doing this long enough. So that is my 5x7. I'm just going to put that on that. And I'm going to trim it a little bit shorter. So I don't want it the whole width. There we go. And that was our snow globes paper. So with this, I am going to just adhere that down with our tape runner now. So we'll grab our tape runner. And we are going to pop that down like so. So that will be kind of like that. Might even move it over just a shade. So there's that. All right, so our next sheet of paper, I love this paper, and that is the other side. So it's both very nice. This paper is a very fun one, and it's very bright. So this one is the Home for the Holidays. I am going to use both sides of this paper. First thing I'm going to do is cut out one little top portion so I have some rows of houses. And then here I'm going to flip it, and I don't want a lot of stuff on here. I just want kind of to that row. Actually, we'll do the row of stars. Okay, we're going to do that. And I'm going to trim off the top part. I don't want it overly busy, and this paper is a little busy. Okay. All right, so that's exactly kind of where we wanted. Okay, so this will be trimmed down again. Alright, so we're using this piece of paper as if we were using a ribbon, if that makes sense. Like that. And like that. Okay, so we have that. Now we are going to get out our scissors, and we are going to fussy cut just a couple of these little snow globes. I personally am not going to be cutting any with the Merry Christmas, because I find that will take away from our title. I'm going for the lighter ones because we also are going to have some ephemera on here. So we don't want to make it too busy. So you just cut that out like so. I know a lot of people do not like fussy cutting. If you have a silhouette machine, there's a thing called a pick scan. You could put it into your silhouette and it will trim everything around the outside edges so you don't have to fussy cut. With this paper pack and this line, there's also a package of actual snow globes. They're three-dimensional, but still flat. Snow globes are kind of like shadow boxes or shaker boxes or whatever. that you can also buy that you can make little snow globes and put on or use it for something else. So that is an option as well. All right, so we have 2 of our little snow globes, and we have our whole whack of ephemera here. Plus we have our sticker titles. And we got lots of those. Plus we still have a few of our puffy stickers. So we got lots. You could do a 2-page layout, but I'm not going to for this one. So anyways, I'm going to start now tacking down some of our stuff. We're going to start with this because this is our focal piece. And it matters most where this goes. I'm not going to go right to the outer edges with our adhesive because we're going to be putting some things below it. So you don't always want to go to the very outer edge, or you can't stick anything below that. This one, it doesn't matter because I'm not sticking anything behind it. So, yeah. So this, I'm going to put like so. This one, I'm just being goofy. And we are going to put this one a little off kilter. So there, that is all tacked down now. Now time to put some of the fun goodies on. So we're going to get out our 3D foam square dots, our squares, and we're going to separate all of our ephemera and see what we have. And there's so many cool things on here. You could really do any theme with this for Christmas, whether it's, you know, Christmas Eve, trimming the tree. You could do other holidays as well. Like, you wouldn't just have to be able to do Christmas on this. There's a lot of the ephemera says Christmas. You could use this for Hanukkah, for anything really. Because really, it's all the same sentiment, right? Love, peace, joy. And a lot of this is very wintry too. So you could use that for anything. Just, you wouldn't have to use the Christmas pieces of it. So anyways, I think I'm going to use this myself for Christmas Day. So I am going to add a few of those type of pieces. I'm just going to plop these things down here for the time being. Doesn't mean we're going to keep them there. It's just going to come to light once we put things down and we actually see what we want to use. As this is a very strange Christmas season compared to before, you could document that as well. So there's even one that says ugly sweater, so you could do an ugly sweater. There's a lot of different ones, a lot of really neat ones. So anyways, I am going to start looking at what we're going to use. And there's so many options, so many options. Okay. It's all just a matter of playing with it and seeing what you want to use, because really there are so many different things you could do. Twinkle, and don't mind me. Yeah, so we're gonna pull our 2 pieces of the globes, see how we like that. So if we even want to use that, right? You don't have to. Got to take into account we've got our words down here. So this is just a process trying to figure out what we want to use, because it's not for lack of having things. There's so many things. You don't have a title up there. There's so many things you could do with this. Well, I am going to play around with this and then I will show you our final piece and how I came to it. So I finished this layout. It turned out really, really well. I actually really like how this one turned out. I was worried at first it might be a little too busy just with all the colors and whatnot. I will just go through it a little bit with you. These were the two pieces that we actually cut off of our snow globes paper. These are all ephemera that I've just mounted with foam squares. These two pieces of greenery plus all the stars are part of our titles, the puffy stickers, which is also part of these. The rest is all ephemera that I have foam squared. So I did add this piece here, which is the back side of the words paper, and I did put it there just to add some more pop and make it so we didn't have words on words. So this is our last layout, and I like how that turned out. We have tons more paper and pieces. We could have made a second page. This is our other layout we made with all of the puffy stickers. And then here is the very first layout we did. So look at all of the different layouts and projects you can make with all of the products just from that one line, and we didn't even have the full line here. So I recommend checking out the Pink Fresh Oh What Fun packages from Pink Fresh. Check out your local retailers, see if they carry it. If they don't carry it, go online. Always try and support your local scrapbooking and crafting retailers before you go to the big box office stores. Especially now with the way things are, try and support local, but if you have to go online and buy things, then do so. So this was a lot of fun, and I enjoy all these Christmas layouts. I'm going to be doing some more Christmas layouts using P13 and a few other lines. So stay tuned for those to come up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like our feed if you're on Facebook, and happy crafting, friends.